Hi guys, welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Hope everyone's well tonight. Another show then, another Wednesday night show. Winter break. Who needs one, really? We should be catching up with all the postponement games, shouldn't we, really? In this break, obviously the Premier League have decided otherwise. Well, it's been interesting season for Leicester City Football Club. So far, it's not just down to the injuries, is it? These performances. I mean, players should be good enough to perform to the levels and beat teams. We seem to be dropping quite a lot of points against, you may say, teams we should be beating. But in this league, you can't underestimate anybody and expect the points like that. You have to earn it in football. It's not just given to you on a plate. It's not like dinner. You basically get what's given. Guys, as always, get involved, get your comments in. We're going to talk about the defeat to Brighton. We're going to talk about Leicester City women, their defeat to Aston Villa. We're going to talk about Mr. Mohamed Ali Cho, the 18-year-old. We're going to look into his stats this season for Angers. We're also going to talk about the return of JJ. We're going to talk about Pats and Daka in this show as well. We're also going to talk about your player of the season so far. We're going to talk about who would you keep and who would you sell. Do we need a big rebuild in the summer? Because in reports, there's been numerous of reports saying there's going to be a big shake-up at Leicester City Football Club. Who's going to leave? You let me know. And who do you think is going to come in and what positions do we need to fill? Rate the season out of 10. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the other games. We're going to talk about women's transfers as well. There's another one. Leaves Leicester City women on loan. We'll get straight into that. Guys, as always, please like, share, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV if you can, please. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Snapchat, follow us wherever you can find it, Leicester Fan TV. Please go and do so. If you're on YouTube tonight, push that notification button. It will let you know when we are live. Please hit that subscribe button as well. We're on 8.5K, so it'd be a massive appreciation if you can go and hit that subscribe button for us. So, guys, let's get going, shall we? And I will see you in just a minute.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Really hope everyone's well tonight. Guys, as always, get your comments in, get your views in. We want your views. Tell us how Leicester City are performing this season. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's get the lowdown on the Foxes. As always, let's get a few good evenings in there. Nick Moore, hello. Amanda, how are you? Maz, hello. Are you going Leicester away to Randers? No, I will not be going, but I will be going to Nottingham Forest away in the FA Cup. Evening, Jack. Evening, Facebook user. How are you? Apparently, Ricardo is about to sign a 4-year contract. Interesting. We'll get to tabs on that one. Evening, Carlos. How are you? Andrew, Hurst, Ergy, how are you, pal? Really hope you're well, mate. So then, guys, smash a like, share, subscribe. If you're just joining me, come and get your views in. Come and get your comments in. Brighton, then. Oh, Patson Daka scores in the 46th minute. We go 1-0 up. Leicester City then go and decide to park the bus. Why? Who goes defensively when you're 1-0 up? I mean, come on, guys. If you're at the game, please tell me why. I mean, you're 1-0 up, you should be going for a 2 or maybe more. 1-0 isn't safe, and if you're going to sit back like that, you're going to get hit, aren't you? And it's going to hurt if you do get hit. And obviously that happened. Leicester City went and conceded to Mr. Danny Welbeck again. 2 goals against the Foxes this season. Danny Welbeck, 1 at the Amex and now 1 at the King Power. Obviously, you'd know him for his previous goal for Arsenal in the 90-whatever minute, whatever, Martin Atkinson went and added on. Why are we going to 5 at the back? Why are we going defensively when you're only 1-0 up? Answer that question for me, because I really do not understand. Charlie, Evening Power, if you could subscribe, mate, that would be a massive help. Season so far, Jacko, D+. Could do better. Well, Leicester City won't be getting a very good grade this season in the exams if they took one. Brighton result comes down to Brendan and his tactics. Well, it's shocking, isn't it? The tactics. I mean, Brendan doesn't... Brendan's frustrating. Let's put it that way. It's the easiest way to put it. His tactics and that are very annoying at times, and it becomes very frustrating. His substitutions, sometimes bizarre, you could call it. But you can't blame it on Yannick Vestergaard, because Yannick Vestergaard wasn't on the pitch. You've got to blame the players who should be good enough to get the job done when 1-0 up. But then they went defensively. Albrighton comes on. Samare comes on. Why? Why are you taking your attacking threat off? You should be keeping them on and going for more goals, Mr. Rogers. It's ridiculous. And then Brighton come and attack. And what do you expect to happen when you sit back and you park the bus? And, it frustrates me. Right, disappointing. But Brighton played so well. Why does Rodgers change the tactics and make us sit deeper the whole half? Why are you defending a 1-0 lead is the biggest question in football. Brighton played well second half. Why? Because we sat back. We allowed them to press. We allowed them to have the ball. And how many times have we done that this season, Foxes fans? We set up at 5 at the back second half. Why? Who knows? I thought that was gone. Obviously not. We did it against Spurs as well. And it slapped us straight in the face. And then what happened? 2 goals in a matter of seconds. A blink of an eye, shall I call it? I mean, we didn't learn from our lesson, did we, Brendan? So, what can I say? Well said, Jack. Also, the timing of the subs was shocking. It was. I mean, Samara and Albrighton bringing off your attacking players. Why? Why? Where? What? That's, I mean, even James Justin didn't like the switch to the 5 at the back. James Justin is not a right centre back, Mr. Rogers. James Justin has got huge potential. Huge potential. He looks like a new player. Fantastic since he's come back, James Justin. But James Justin is a right wing back or versatile, whichever side you want to put him. He's very good at it. And then when you go and put him right centre back, what do you expect from a player? You expect him to be annoyed, don't you? Because you're not playing him in the right position. And it's disappointing. And, I just don't think some of the players at times know where they need to be and the formation and positions they need to be in. I mean, but this is all down to the manager's tactics. Brendan got it wrong on Sunday, and it shot himself in the foot once again when we drop points. And people are going to sit there, but we should be beating Brighton. Brighton are higher than us in the table this season. It's not just little Brighton. Brighton have been good this season under Graham Potter. Credit to them. They came and they exploited our weaknesses. And it was always going to be a difficult game. No game in the Premier League is a walk in the park. It's not easy 3 points. We need to earn it. And you attack Brighton you score goals, and we did that. What Daka scored, and then we didn't see much of Daka after that. After the one shot he had, why? Because we sat back. It's disappointing. You never sit on a 1-0 lead with 40 plus minutes to go. No, you don't. Who does that? We're not Jose Mourinho football. Tactical sabotage. Yeah, letting points slip through our fingers again. If you want top 6, Mr. Rogers, you've got to beat teams in and around you, and you've got to go and pick up the points against the so-called top 6. I think there are some players that don't want to be at the club. Well, these players need to start playing for the shirt. You could say that some of the players are not up to the job. I'm not going to mention names. Some players just don't look interested. At the end of the day, we need to perform to the levels that Brendan Rodgers puts up there. I mean, he calls us how do I put it? A overachieved football team. Why have we overachieved? What kind of mindset's that? Small team mentality, innit? That is. Saying you've overachieved and you're happy enough to settle for a point against Brighton. That's small club mentality. What kind of mentality is that for the players? We need positive mentality, Brendan, not negative, and happy enough to settle for a point and then sit there and say, oh, yeah, but we deserve to be where we are. Why are we where we are? It's because you're playing the wrong formation, wrong tactics, and your substitutions this season have been very bizarre. That's the reason we are where we are. And to be honest, if you think you're happy enough to sit in 10th, well, expectations at the start of the season were never to be 10th place. I get we've got injuries, Leicester fans, but we should have players good enough and smart enough to still go and win games. I mean, look at the Leeds game, happy enough to accept a point. Why? Leeds were poor. You've got to take the game to these poor sides and exploit their weaknesses and think, you know what? They've been poor on so many occasions. Don't underestimate them because they can come and slap me in the face. Leeds did. They got a point because we let them play. At least we're now putting players on the post a bit too late, but Brendan is learning. Well, he's learned from his mistakes from set pieces, but he hasn't quite learned the mistakes of the formation type of football. Yes, we beat Liverpool, but Spurs, well, what kind of... We sabotaged it against Spurs. We were 2-1 up with 12 seconds to go. And look what happened. We folded like a cardboard box. I know it's not something that... It's just ridiculous. I mean, the 2 Spurs goals, I mean, the first one, well, who's defending what? I mean, we allowed that Doherty ball to come in. And then they had players over. We caught us out of position. 5 at the back doesn't get you nowhere. We should be going to the corners or whatever and keeping the ball, but we don't. We're too busy this time wasting time. Why are we wasting time? You get punished if you waste time in football. Things don't go. Look at the Liverpool game in the cup. We wasted time and got slapped 3-1. We got slapped after going 3-1 up in the second half. We got slapped. Why? Because you don't waste time. Football is a 90-minute game. It's not when you decide to finish and think, oh, yeah, you're in the lead, or it doesn't matter. They're not going to score. You don't need that mentality. You still got a game to play. Until the final whistle blows, that's when the game's over. Hijack, we should have won against Brighton. Well, 10 minutes of football cost us 5 points. Michael, I happily agree with you. Hope you're well, mate. I mean, the Spurs game, the Brighton game, it has cost us points. Winning positions. 2 winning positions. 2. Spurs game 2-1 up with 12 seconds to go. We lose 3-2. How? And then the Brighton game, you're 1-0 up and you park the bus. Why are you setting out to play like that? You should be going to attack teams and then go and earn your points. It's not over till the final whistle. I mean, we may have overachieved, but Brendan is overhyped. What's your thoughts on that one, Leicester fans? From Nick Moore. Brendan is one of the highest earners in the Premier League. I get he keeps coming out and saying we've got no money at the football club, but for me, lack of ambition gets you nowhere. Ambition is the key word. Ambition. If we want to be a top 6 side, act like it. Ambition. Ambition is not going to sign Yannick Vestergaard and Ryan Bertrand from bloody Southampton. £15 million for buy one, get one free. You might as well go to Iceland. You get a better offer. It's an interesting one. Brendan has a bottler's mentality. Liverpool know that, the third season syndrome. Jack, you can save Watford, can I? Roy's just got there first. You're right, Jack. Leicester City's defence is bad, and Daka he's on fire. Patson Daka has been superb since coming in. I feel he's the best signing we've done in the summer. Brendan, I feel, doesn't want to be at the club anymore. Well, we lost to Liverpool in the cup bizarrely. What? Yes. Why did we lose to Liverpool in the cup, Michael, when we were 3-1 up? It's because we brought Vestergaard and Bertrand on. Then you bring off your attacking players. Why are you doing that? What kind of mentality is that? Do you know what I mean? You set out every game to go and win games, no matter who the opponent is. The mentality should sit there. Boys, go out, do your job, and get them points, or get through to the next round. Don't sit there and sit off them. Get in their faces, go to war, and go and earn your stripes. And that's exactly how I feel. The Leeds game was a disaster because we played terribly. Yes, because we let Leeds play. Simple as that. We made Leeds look like Barcelona that day in that second half. They were all over us. They could have had about maybe 2 or 3. Negative mentality in the players' heads, trying to see the game out. Adam, we need to be more positive. Why is Brendan sitting there and happily to set points against teams like Brighton, Burnley, Leeds, teams like that who's struggling at the bottom, Burnley and Leeds? I mean, why are we happy enough to set points? I get people are going to sit there, oh, but it's only Leeds, oh, but it's only Burnley, but it isn't. You beat who's in front of you, no matter who it is. We've got Forest. They're a championship side. We've got them next coming up in the FA Cup. It's not just Nottingham Forest. You've got to still go and beat who's in front of you, no matter who it is. Look at Newcastle, that result. You beat who's in front of you. It's not, oh, it's Legia Warsaw or Spartak Moscow or anyone like that. The opponent is who you face and who you go and get your points from and earn it. Where's this Foxes never quit? I believe that. But the mentality doesn't. The players just don't believe in that. I used to believe that every game we'd go out and we'd be absolutely rocking it, taking the attack to every team, no matter who it is. But we're happy enough now to go and park the bus when you're 1-0 up. Why are you doing that? Well, what does that show? It just shows we're not interested. We're happy enough to just throw points away this season, and people wonder why we can't make top 6. It's because the way Brendan's set up. Liverpool did the same. Brendan has underachieved this season. All this talk about the club having peaked, covering from the fact his tactical shortcoming have cost us games. Brendan's interviews have summed it up this season. It's just excuses. At the end of the day, you say it how it is. If your tactics haven't worked, come out and say it. They haven't worked. Take the blame. Take responsibility. Nigel Pearson always took responsibility on the results, whether he won or he lost. He took the responsibility because it takes the pressure off the players. And the players are now feeling that pressure. Jack Brendan is obsessed with 5 at the back. Do you know what? It's ridiculous. Brighton didn't look like scoring until he changed his tactics. Yeah, exactly. Because we attacked them. He's took us as far as he can. We go a goal up and he panics. Time for new eyes on the squad. Do you know what? There's been talk of that. Has Brendan Rodgers taken us as far as he can? Do you know what? I'm 50-50 on it, to be honest. I mean, I'm not Rodgers out. But, you know, maybe he's taken as far as he can. We're not a team who's going to go and win the Champions League in the next year or so because we're not going to be in the competition. Our players are showing the improvement. The only thing remaining mostly is tactics from the coach. Brendan is the coach. He's supposed to be coaching the players and making them better, not sitting there making them look average, some of them. Yeah, but Liverpool bottled the title his third year. They did. The Slippy Gerrard effect. I think Brendan is content to take points. Forest will outfight and outbottle us. We go out with a win, Paul. Teams are improving, but we are not. Do you know what's true? Look at Aston Villa. Ambition. Coutinho. I mean, they're being linked with Luis Suarez. That shows ambition. I mean, Aston Villa are very ambitious this window. They know where they want to be, but we're second best to it this window. We ain't signed anybody, and then we use the excuse we haven't got no money. It sounds like Rodgers is trying to show their level by just throwing points away. Well, he's trying to make us look like we overachieved. Do you know what? That's exactly how I'm going to put it. I just think he's trying to make us look like we're overachieved. Like people would believe it. I don't. You mentioned earlier, Jacko, about a rebuild in the summer. Do you trust Brendan to do it? Well, would you? That's the question, Leicester fans. I just thought, could the weak mentality have something to do with Fofana's leg break? I mean, look at how dominated until his awful injury, and then after we folded, nearly lost, been similar ever since, in my opinion. Well, that I don't think that's nothing to do with Fofana's leg break, mate, to be honest. Gerrard has better pulling power than Rodgers. That's bad. Well, he outclassed Brendan Rodgers at Villa Park. Well, interesting, isn't it, Leicester fans? Leicester City women. Oh, the points are coming. Right. Watched the game at the weekend, and we were very lucky to not get a point. I mean, the girls deserve so much more. They performed so well in that second half, and they deserved a point. I know it's downhearted to the Alicia Lehman goal in the second half late on, but I really hope the girls can believe they can stay up because I do. They've got Birmingham coming up in the WSL in their next game. Massive game, girls. Go out and get them points. And let's go and stay up. Right. Leicester fans, how good does it feel having JJ back? How good does it feel, Leicester fans? Because it looks like he's never been missed. You know what I mean? He's incredible, James Justin. The Luton Cafu. That's what Luton Town called him. They seen potential in him, Leicester, and they're getting just desserts. I mean, he would have been in the England squad if he didn't get injured last season. What are your thoughts on James Justin since coming back, Leicester fans? How good does it feel to have him back? I know Ricardo's missing, Castagne's missing. I mean, Luke Thomas is having an incredible season so far. He's being linked to England in the World Cup squad. That's some ambition, that. Luke, go and take your hands and go and grab it, son. Bring that World Cup home. Go and prove people like Ben Chilwell wrong, Mr. £50 million. Get it in the comments, guys. How good has James Justin been? I believe he's showed great character, great spirit. He was a cracking player before he got injured. It just looks like he hasn't been away. Guys, if you're watching, please smash a like on Facebook. Smash a like on YouTube for me. Subscribe on YouTube if you're new watching us tonight at Leicester Fan TV. Push that notification button on YouTube. It will tell you every time we are live. Let's have a look. Player of the season so far. Last season it was Justin and Tillemans at this point of the season. Who is it this season, Leicester fans? Get it in there and let me know. Who is player of the season so far in the Leicester shirt? I'm going to put a name out there. Daniel Amati. Mr. It's not his position, but he's been made the best centre-back at the football club. Daniel Amati, player of the season so far. Do you agree? If you do, hit that comment. Hit that like button. Daniel Amate by a country mile. JJ has been good, but only gets better with game time. He does. Daniel Amate or Madison? Do you know what? I'm going to go Daniel Amate. I think he's been phenomenal. He's came in, done his job, and proved people wrong. Hi, Jack. How are you doing, mate? Yes, Anthony Lindo. I am good, pal. How are you? Daniel Amate, Mr. Dan, the man at the back. Incredible to watch this season. And we've had so many different combinations of centre-backs from Cags and Vestergaard to Johnny Evans and Sionchu, Sionchu and Amati, Wilfred Ndidi and Amati, Chowdhury and Vestergaard. What is your thoughts, Leicester fans? And if so, what has been your favourite centre-back partnership this season? Player of the season is a very good one. Yo, Jack, I just seen you on. Oh, have you? That's nice, Alex. Yes, favourite combination of centre-backs then. I'm going to go Wilfred Ndidi and Daniel Amati for me. I know they did a cracking job against Liverpool. Wilf obviously had to go to the AFCON. So did Daniel Amati. Iheanacho's back. Wilfred Ndidi's back. Papi Mendy's still out there doing his bit. We're going to come on to that one, though. Leicester fans, let's talk about then transfer news. Forward, Mohamed Ali Cho from Angers, £33.4 million for the centre forward. He's 18. 19 appearances this season for Angers. 2 goals for Angers this season, and he's in the French under-21s, 5 appearances. Is he worth, I've got to say, Patson Daka might score, work on the defensive coach? Yeah. Colo Torre is not exactly doing his bit, is he? Defensively. And he's supposed to be the defensive coach. I think we need a big shake-up in the position of coaches. I thought we had no money for transfers. Well, this one came out this morning. Leicester came on Sunday and went home on Monday. They've been in talks over a potential deal. It surprises me. Is this guy worth £33.4 million from Angers? I don't know who he is. It's the first I've heard of him. D. Kitale and show someone is going to be leaving. I agree with you, Jack, on everything you said. Thank you very much. Leicester fans, we're going to play a game now called Even with a ton of injuries, we are still competitive. Where exactly? We've still got a team there. You know what I mean? We should be good enough to compete this season. I'd rather sign a defender. Yeah. Agreed, Leicester fans. We're going to play a game now called Who Would You Keep and Who Would You Sell? Who would you keep? Looking from the 25-man squad this season, who would you keep? I'd love to keep Telemans, but that may not happen in the summer. James Maddison, I'd keep him. Patson Daka, I'd keep him. Ricardo, I'd keep him. Luke Thomas, keep. Amate, keep. Chowdhury, keep. Dewsbury Hall, keep him. Adamo Lutman, Leicester fans, keep or sell? I don't think they'll get shown by the end of January, though. Just what we need, another attacker, not. We need a centre-back, centre midfielder, not an attacker. Sell Vestergaard and sell Bertrand. Yes. I mean, how many more would you keep in the Leicester squad? Schmeichel's obviously going to be in next season. I would keep Tillemans, Patson, Amarte, and Lookman. Yep, I agree with that. Sell Vestergaard, Cags, Mendy, Perez, Chowdhury, Nacho. Interesting, that one. Who would you sell then? This is a big list for me, this. Vestergaard, Bertrand, sell, get out, taxi for you. Who else would I sell? Maybe I'd sell Cags. Maybe I feel he's overrated. Is he worth £50 million? Not what I've seen this season. Manchester City can call him 50 million quid. Bargain. Who else would I sell then? Let's have a look. I'd want to keep Mendy, but I just feel we're going to sell him. I mean, it's an interesting one. Sell Perez. I'm not the biggest fan of Perez, as you know. Watching Leicester Fan TV. Get rid. See you later. But he's well over the sell-by date. Sell Yuri, Cags, Pratt. Well, Pratt's going to go, isn't he? But I'd want to keep him. Castagna, Vestergaard, Bertrand, Casper, he wants to go. Vestergaard, Bertrand, and Perez. Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Ben Morgan. They're my top three I would sell. Perez offers nothing. He scored a good goal against Napoli. Well done. Vestergaard, lamppost, Uncle Albert running. I mean, Vestergaard claimed that he was getting to full fitness and he's getting to his best. I mean, if that's the seeing him best, if that's the best Vestergaard is, I'd like to see his worst. Sell Vestergaard, Nacho, all trash players who plays not the best. Keep Evans, Fofana, Wilf, Ricardo, Thomas, Bode, Madison, Barnes, Lookman, Nacho, Big Dan. I can agree with most of them. Mr. Nick Moore, Perez, Vestergaard, Bertrand. What can you say about them players? Get rid. See you. If I could sell them this January, I would. But it's going to be an interesting one. All right, Jack, Bertrand, and Samari. How do you think Bibakary Samari settled in, Leicester fans? Don't let Yuri go for free, whatever we do. Yuri's got a year and a half left on his contract. He isn't looking to sign it, as I know. How much is Yuri Tillemans worth? This is it. If we are to sell him in the summer, how much do we want for Yuri Tillemans, Leicester fans? Get it in the comments and let me know, because for me, I'd want £80 million. Liverpool are after him. Real Madrid are after him. Barcelona are after him. Arsenal are after him. 4 teams are after him. Maybe more. PSG could have him. Who knows? Samare, loan, out. Keep Hamza. Do you know what? Hamza gets so much slating. But I think Hamza has done incredible since he's come in. 80 to 90 million pound. Yuri 75 million. Keep everyone except Vestergaard, Bertrand, Perez, Pratt, and Mendy. A lot of opinion there. Most of all the players in my list, if they don't get rid, then I have to up their game. Well, I won't think Vestergaard's going to turn into Usain Bolt anytime soon, do you? He's running. 60 to 80 million pound, I'll take that. You ain't getting 80 million for Yuri, 50 million pound at best. Well, he isn't a championship player. But let's get that one out there. I didn't believe that comment. Very bizarre, but that's people's opinions at the end of the day. If someone believes he's a championship player, that's their opinion. For me, Yuri's not a championship player. He's a top quality player. He might have gave that ball away against Spurs, but it doesn't sum up his Leicester career, does it? Because I think he's been phenomenal at times. £70 million, take the money and buy Lookman, a really good centre-back as well. Yuri to get at least as much as Madison, worth £80 million. Number one is Yuri, selling because he's looking like he has lost confidence. He wants to leave. It's Curtis, by the way. I don't know why I'm coming up on Facebook user. Changed my mind about Hamza. I'll keep him, retain his centre back because he has only 1 year left. Probably £50 million. You're 100 to 150. Have we got to sell to be able to buy players? Well, you asked that to Brendan Rodgers, Mr. Andrew Medhurst. Hope you're well, sir. Have we got to sell to buy players? Get that into Brendan Rodgers. Get it on Twitter. Ask him in his next press conference. Surely we'd get an answer because right at this minute, it's mad. Right, rebuild in the summer then. What we're going for? It's the length of the contract, Jacko. Traore for Wolves is going for £20 million. He has 12 months left. 12 months of baby lotion. Jack, are you Rodgers in or are you Rodgers out? Well, I'm not out. Quite a lot of people are. I'll get slated as soon as I say I'm Rodgers out. Everyone's allowed their opinion at the end of the day. I mean, if I have a negative opinion, people will say, "Oh yeah, look, where was you when we were in League One or something like that?" Them sort of comments. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? But it's football. Don't worry. Rebuild in the summer then. Leicester fans. Leicester want a centre back, a midfielder, an attacking mid, a right winger, a centre defensive midfielder, and a striker. Looking at them positions, then Leicester fans for a rebuild in the summer. What names frame to mind? Who's leaving? If Tielemans leaves, well, is Wilfred Ndidi on his way out? Surprises you, didn't it? Kagalar Siunchu, is he on his way out? Well, we definitely know Vestergaard is. If you don't find a team this January, he'll be out by the summer. I think Jamie's Rodgers out. Well, you asked that to Jamie on Sunday. The year ending 31st of May 2021 financials will be out in March. I fear another heavy loss. I would be thinking Rodgers in, or am I sure? Whatever, we don't get Dele Alli. I think Maddison might leave. Hello, Lewis. How are you, pal? If we finish like 12th, got the FA Cup and the Europa League to win and defend to get back into Europe. We've got the Europa Conference League. That's our best way into Europe at this minute in time. My opinion. If we don't make top 6, which I'm not rolling us out, then we need to really up our game. If we don't, we'll finish mid-table. But that's down to the manager, isn't it? The way he plays. All right, mate. You coming down to the Spurs women game on Sunday? Yes, I am. I will be there. Spurs away in the FA Cup. Vitality Women's FA Cup. Leicester women travel to Spurs. I will be there. If you are there, come and say hello. I'm all right. Good. The question is, are we going to be top 4 this season? Not in a hell's chance are we going to be top 4 this season. Why? Because we can't beat teams like Burnley and that. That's why. We've dropped so many points against teams like that. Axel Witsel, the Belgium international. 8, I think we might, if we're lucky enough, we might get Messi for 99 million. Maybe on FIFA in career mode. Hello, Daz, we see you again. Haha. Lewis, mate, come and say hello. If you see me at Spurs away, it's good to put names to faces. Quite a lot of people say hello to me when I go to the women's games and the men's games, but it's good. It's good to see support for the channel. Perez will want to leave, I think. Well, we'll come 8th to 7th maximum. That's if we up our game. Top 10 this year at best. Yeah. Where is all the money going in the football club? Where is all the money going in that? That's what I want to know. That's a question. But that's something we'll have to talk about next time. Quick transfer news then. Abby Grant joins Glasgow City FC on loan till the end of the season. She has joined her former club. Last one. Rate the season out of 10 so far. I will give it a... what do I give it? So beating Newcastle, beating Watford, beating Liverpool, 3 wins out of the last 10 Premier League games. What do I give it? It's a difficult one for me, but you guys let me know what you guys would give it. A 4, a 3, a 5, a 6, a 4, a 5, 6 out of 10. Do you know what? Andy Medhurst, if we stuff Forest, I think it can set us for a winning streak, even if it is 3 to 4 games. They're points we needed, and this season 6, 5 out of 10. I think this season is a 9 out of 10. I don't know what game you've been watching, but that's your opinion. If you believe Leicester have been phenomenal, Alex, then that's your opinion. Sounds saying Yuri Tillemans is a championship player. No. Don't we have Forest, Liverpool, then West Ham? We do. Big East Midlands derby coming up. A week on Sunday as Leicester City travel to the City Ground. Come on, Leicester! We'll have Doron Tour on next week. And then I'll be joining his channel a week on Saturday. Head over to Doron Tour's channel a week on Saturday and come and support me. Don't leave me on my own. Yeah, just don't do that. How sad would that be? Leave me on my own. Listening to that. Joking. Don't worry. What I'm going to give the season out of 10 then is a 5. Not been good enough. But then people will say, oh, yeah, but we only beat Forest. We only beat Newcastle. We only beat Watford. We beat Liverpool. We beat Man United. I'm going to get a 5. Jack, get me a Forest programme. You get one. Go and get a Forest programme. If you spot Forest, Andy, go and get one, pal. Do you think it'll be a scrappy match with the fans and the teams? That's what you expect. It's a massive East Midlands derby. Forest claim we are not their rivals. If we are not your rivals, why are you selling out against us then? You've only come to watch the Leicester. You've only come to watch the Leicester. Come to watch the Leicester. You've come to watch the FA Cup winners. That's what you've done, Forest. What's the score going to be against Forest? It's going to be a difficult game. Going to go 2-1. Lewis Grabban's going to score for Forest. I think Ian Atro's going to score for us and Patson Daka. 2-1. I think it'll be an hard game. Forest are doing well under Steve Cooper. Not far off the playoffs, I believe. From bottom to playoff contenders. Well, it's going to be an interesting and a very scrappy game at the City Ground for sure. If you were there, come and say hello. Come and give us your thoughts before and after the game. It'd be well appreciated. Let's have a look then at the March television schedule. Leicester versus Leeds, the 5th of March, 12:30. Kickoff. BT Sport, another dinner time kickoff. Interesting. Then we travel to the Emirates on the 13th of March. 4:30 kickoff, Sky Sports. Interesting. So there's 2 games on TV. 3-0, we'll destroy them. If we want to win the FA Cup, I want to see fighting Ungar, so do I. Right then, guys. Thank you so much to all of you who have watched Leicester Fan TV tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, push that like button, push the notification button, subscribe if you haven't already tonight. It'd be really much appreciated. Let's go and smash that 9K mark. Without you, the fans, thank you so much for supporting Leicester Fan TV. We do it as a hobby. We are nothing without you guys. We're by the fans, for the fans. We love your opinions, whether they're deluded, whether they're good, whether they're bad. It's football. We love to talk about football in our own football club. If you're watching on Facebook tonight, smash a like. if you've enjoyed the show. I know quite a few of you have already, so it'd be really much appreciated if you could do so. And thank you so much to everyone who has watched Leicester Fan TV tonight. Every like, every comment, every view. We just love talking football, and we all love talking Leicester City Football Club. Last few comments, I would say score prediction 2-1 to Leicester with you. We can't lose to Forest, no. Right, guys. What have we got on this week? We've got Reedy on Friday. We might have Tom on Thursday, depending. Sunday is the Aftermath show, of course, the famous Aftermath show. On Sunday at 10 o'clock. So join Jamie for that. And thank you so much for watching tonight, guys. You've been great. And thank you so much for getting involved. It's been a real pleasure. By the fans, for the fans. Before I go, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Snapchat, follow us wherever you can find us at Leicester Fan TV. Please go and do so. I haven't, Jack. I'm just waiting for my bath to run. Go and enjoy your bath. Thank you to all the sponsors: ADT, Hollogram, Tiger, Pizzeria, Pukka Pies, Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, the Fox's Arms, Newby Co and Hope Against Cancer. Thank you to all the guys who sponsor us here at Leicester Fan TV. Right, guys, I'm off. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will be back next Wednesday night, so be sure to come and say hello. Come and get your comments in again. It's a massive week next week, building up to the game against them up the road. The team who claims we are not rivals. Well, we'll see. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Jack from Leicester Fan TV saying, come on, Leicester, let's turn it around. And see you next week. Bye-bye for now. And thank you for watching, everyone. See you later.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.